Hello and welcome to ttrpg. I'm Vyacheslav, and today I tell you about the system and show you the book that helps you to travel through the classic and, at my opinion, best fantasy setting in the universe. Its book is One Ring, and it helps you to role-playing in the world of the Lord of the Rings. I'll briefly show you the book to just show you the parts of the book and to give you an understanding of what you can find inside, and also try to tell you about the system rules as complex as possible, but you can see the book is slightly big, so maybe it will be not too easy. And before we start, I must ask you to leave a comment, press the like button and subscribe to my channel to help me to improve the content and stuff like this. Also, let's start from the visual part of the book. When I buy my first PDF of The One Ring, I see the comment that the design is like boring maybe, but I don't think so. Actually, when I see it as minimalistic artworks on the front side of the book and actually minimalistic colorful artworks between the chapters, and when the chapters parts, the page that was really beautiful, with beautiful pencil-like mono artworks with classic red and like black colors and this visual exceptions, I can say that the book is fine. It looks cool. Actually, I bought my first PDF version because I was charmed by this design. But now, let's go to the chapters. In the prologue we have information about how to play the game and location and time of our adventures, because we will travel towards the Eriador, its western part of the continent, and we will travel in the time between the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings events. Actually, at the moment when our players will adventure, it's Bilbo already returned from this big adventure and chill on the Shire, and at the same time for the Baggins even not burst. So it's a calm but not so calm step of Middle-earth's history. It's the end of Third Age, and actually Shadow not so powerful like before the war, but already gains power. The orcs attack the travelers through in the mountains. The evil humans try to open their roads, and trolls live in caves and wights live in tombs to hunt the simple folks. And in this timeline, people of Eriador actually need the help of some adventurers, and our player characters will be these adventurers. Next part, named Action Resolution, it's actually really important. It's main mechanic of the system. So let's look at the character sheet to understand some basic rules. You can see that the biggest part of the sheet is skills and stats. All characters will have 3 stats: strength, heart and wits, and they will determine the target number. It's a number that you need to roll when you roll skill check. Game use specific dices. It's not the d20, 7 of dice or stuff like this. It have only 2 of dice types and 8 dice summary for player. It's 2d12 and 6d6, but d12 not basic or classic. It have numbers from 1 to 10, and also it have a symbol of Gandalf and Eye of Sauron. When you roll this dice, you will get some number, or critical success on Gandalf symbol, or critical failure on Sauron Eye. Second dice is this dice named Fin dice. Second dice is the success dice. It's d6. You can see that 4, 5 and 6 here is bold, 1, 2, 3 and not. I will tell about it slightly later. And also it have success icon. It's like a bonus for your character skill. So if our character has profession in travel, when he needs to roll the travel check, he will roll 1d12 and amount of d6 that mark it in this rhombus. Or if you have the specialty in the skill, he will roll 2d12, choose best one, and also roll number of d6. And to determine success, we will use, if we just make number bigger than target number, it will be just success. And in the case that we have the 1 or 2 success rolls with this specific success icon, it will be extra bonus to action. So when any player makes some action, he can be on the 3 levels of successfulity, or he can fail, of course. And it's actually that what your player characters will do all the game, about to check skills, to check combat, to check saving throws against some shadow effects. All through the games, players will roll these skill checks. Sometimes check will be changed by some conditions. If character miserable, wounded or weary, he will lost this non-bold values from success die. So if you roll 4, 5 and 6, it's fine, but if you roll 1, 2 or 3, it will not affect your number of roll. And also, of course, some rolls can be harder or easier, so players can gain extra success dice for this, or gain favorite or ill-favorite rolls. It's again like when you have a specialty. 2 dice, but in first case you will roll, you will choose best result, and in the second case you will choose worst result. Second part is about adventures, and actually about character creation too. Let's return to our character sheet. Here you can see not only skills but also name of your character, place of portrait, and some information. Hero culture, it's your race, I can say. You can choose one of 6 hero cultures with different stats, yeah. And all of them have specific abilities, like elf can get magical success in some skill checks, or hobbit can help to fellowship be more strong in the actually fellowship bindings. Special ability is named Cultural Blessing. Also, characters have a calling. It's like a class, give you an extra proficiency in skill, give you background, and also determine your shadow pass. It's an important part of the game because characters, of course, heroes, they will make good things, but sometimes they will make not so good things, make mistakes, or see terrible things like shadow rising or cruelty in the world, and they will get shadow points and go down to the shadow pass. And it can finish it bad, because character may be discouraged and fall into the shadow and leave the fellowship, your adventure group, and become evil, or maybe just not good, at least. Of course, we have stuff like age, and more interesting part is here. You can see space for treasure and standard of living. And here I must tell you that game have a lot of interesting mechanics that are different, not like in other role-playing games, I mean tabletop or even computer, and they even mostly board games mechanics. This is one of them. I really like it, because from our amount of treasure and standard of living depend what our character can buy as armor and weapons, as a horse, where he will sleep, on the beautiful bed or on the floor, he will live in big house or not. It's really depends only on this. So in this game, your character will have not money, gold and copper, silver coins. You will not spend the house to buy beautiful silver and chicken leg for 2 coppers and then calculate the stuff. It's just standard of living, and you will be all the time live like a standard of living talk to you. Not any of this role-playing buy stuff situations. Next section is the patron. Your characters can just explore Middle-earth or can help to some powerful person in the world to make big quest. Also, we have some information that helps the role-playing, part about skills and weapons you already know, and in the same chapter of the book you will know about your starting gear. It's weapons, armors, helms and shields, stuff that help you in combat, stuff that help you in travel, and also change slightly your skills, 4+1. And also information about your load, your fatigue after travel, and your hope and shadow status. And actually you'll fill your character sheet not only through the adventures part, but also about next part, characteristics. And it's again about character creation, about stuff that I already show you in the character sheet. And next part is about character creation again, but it's slightly separated. It's about some more complex part. It's valor and wisdom. It's a specific stats that help your character to make saving throws against the shadow effects. When you see terrible things and when you find some treasure and become greedy, yeah, you need to roll a save against shadow. But not only. With each level of the stats you will get an extra ability, reward or virtue. On the character creation you will have 1 point on each of them, and 1 virtue and 1 reward. Virtues, it's like feats, maybe, character specialities. You can select them from base list, and also you can select them from your culture list. Any culture has specific virtues for only their culture. Also, rewards is the stuff like treasures. You can, through the rewards, upgrade your weapons, upgrade your armor, and you can not only choose rewards from basic list again, but also from a magic items list. But magic reward is slightly different, because it depends on your lore master, game master, how you will find the stuff. Maybe you will just find some elven sword and adventure, and then can open this magical values, magical rewards. Or you want to level up in magic rewards, and you can ask your master to help you to level up to a dwarf axe. Yeah, so it will be depend on your master and your game process. Next part is about adventuring phases. It's combat, travel and console, and all these phases is again specific for this game system. Let's start from combat. It's an official combat map. Game system also have an official one, and you can find this one by a link in description of the video, of course. As you can see, in combat, characters can have different roles. They can stand open volley and forward and defensive, and just be a ranged character. And in different states, you not only change your stats, like in a forward role you will have extra dice to attack, and your enemy will have extra dice to attack too. In defensive, it will be minus dice for you and your enemy. And only in ranged station you can make ranged attacks with bow. But also all characters have specific abilities in every of these plays, like forward can intimidate, open can rally comrades, defensive can protect some of your companions, and archer can just prepare a shot. And your enemies will stay only in two places, for ranged attacks and for combat attacks. Also, playing characters can have the active archers if you can prevent melee combatants to fight with them. So you need like one melee combatant for two of adversaries. If you will fight against 6 orcs and your party have 4 persons, you need 3 to prevent melee orcs, and one of your characters can use bow, not 2, only 1, because you need to don't give melee combatants to fight against your archer. And also you may mention it in the character sheet, our player characters have not hit points or hit protection, stuff like this. In this game you actually have not hit points. You have endurance, and from this depends can or not your character stand on his legs, and you lost some endurance through the adventure when you gain fatigue, and through the fight when you gain like damage to your endurance. And endurance is not a wound, actually, just tiredness of your character, but you also can gain a wound. Player characters can gain 2 of them. First wound will be non-lethal, but a wound. It happens on a moment when your opposing NPC will deal strike to you. It will have the 10 or sour and eye, like critical success for enemies. Sour and eye is critical success for enemies, and in this case you will get wound for some days. And wounded character, as you remember, can't use 1, 2, and 3 and success roll dices. And second wound will be lethal for your character. Console is a specific mechanic in my opinion. When I run official game adventures, it's fine, I use it. It's simple, you need to determine some target that your players want to ask from an NPC, like hard or medium, and when players roll the dice for persuade, songs, riddles to be successful in this. Of course, you need to roleplay to be fun, but also game system tells that if it's hard for player to, you know, roleplay the riddles or songs, you can just roll the dice. But when I run my own encounters, I prefer more classic system when NPC has some friendly level to player characters, and player characters by these skill checks can upgrade it or downgrade, depending on success or not. Next mechanic is journey, and we need to look to middle or actually area door map right now. You can see it's separated by hexes, and when our characters travel from like Brie to Moria, they have a lot of hexes on the way. And here again in this fellowship phase we have the roles for characters. It's a guide, lookout, hunter, stuff like this, and your guide that will roll the travel to understand in what points of the travel you will make extra checks for other characters. Other characters will roll these checks, like hunting, awareness, checks like this. You choose these checks from a random table, and they can be actually sometimes really fine. So your characters can find some terrible, fight some orcs maybe in the forest at the night, or even can have the dinner with the elves and maybe find extra quest or new friend or stuff like this. One more phase of the game, it's a fellowship phase, and it's like a background, because adventure phase it happens when you go to adventure, but fellowship phase it's your time between adventures. Player characters can go through all the caves and mountains all the times, all the days. They need to relax, like a week or months between adventures mostly, and on Yule and the winter more like 3 months of relax and chill, because you know, winter is not good time for travels, to be honest, especially towards the mountains. And in this fellowship phase, your characters can use adventure and skill points. It's like experience in this game, but different. You actually will gain adventure and skill points for every hour of playing. And player characters in the fellowship phase can spend it to level up, and also can make some other activities, like make the song that helps to make some skill checks or fight, make the maps to travel more safely, or have meeting with patron, or stuff like this. Next section of the book is Lore Master, and it's helpful information for the game master. It have helpful tools to make some magic items, some encounters, some events NPCs, and also list of enemies, list of monsters. Not only monsters, sometimes it's evil humans, sometimes orcs, trolls, wights, and even more terrible creatures. The whole chapter tells you about different places that you can find in the Eriador. It's really briefly, but still helpful for create your adventures. And the last part is appendix. Last but not least, it's actually really important. It have a lot of patrons that will give a quest to characters. It's a really important heroes in the history of Middle-earth, like Gandalf, Bilbo, and even Tom Bombadil. Also, it has information about landmarks. It's actually like adventure encounters in these hexes in the map of Eriador. It have information how to create landmarks, and even one like starting adventure, starting landmark to explore for your first playing group. And it was the One Ring role-playing game. I really like the system. Actually, I have only one paper book, but I have all content about the second edition in the PDF, including the starter set. Maybe I need to buy as a paper version, because starter set have some helpful paper tools. I really like the system, run the games like more than the year. Try to be regular, but it happens not all the time, and I can highly recommend it, especially if you... Actually, I can't believe that you don't like the Lord of the Rings or Hobbit books, it's impossible. Thank you for watching this video up to the end. If you like it, please support me by leaving a comment, press the like button, or subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day, have nice games, bye!